So guys, here we go. It's the beginning of my FIFA 18 Arsenal career mode. I am so excited to get started. I always start with an Arsenal career mode. It's become a tradition on my channel, so hopefully you're excited. If you are, make sure you subscribe, make sure you turn on notifications, and you will never miss a video. Let's take a look at the squad. So of course, Arsenal over the last 6 months or so have started to use a 3 at the back formation, a 3-4-3, effectively copying Chelsea from last year. We beat them 3-0 at the Emirates. They changed to 3-4-3 and they went on to win the league. And I think a lot of teams have followed suit. They've decided to go with the 3-4-3. By default in career mode right now, they are lined up in a 5-2-3. So it's effectively the 3-4-3. All you do is you obviously move up your wing backs. So as of right now, I'm not looking to change the formation too much. I think I want to try and match what Arsenal are doing in real life. So 3 at the back, 2 wing backs, 2 midfielders, and 3 up top. The 3 up top, Sanchez, Lacazette, and Ozil, we're not going to be changing that too much. I might bring in a replacement for Oxlade-Chamberlain, who has, of course, moved to Liverpool. We have Ramsey and Xhaka in midfield. I'm happy with it, but I still feel like Arsenal in real life need to sign a proper centre midfielder. I kind of want to say a world-class one because we don't have a world-class midfielder. I think Xhaka has potential to be world-class. I think Ramsey also kind of has potential, but he seems to be a bit of a one-season wonder. We will see how he gets on this year, but for me, I think that's an area I want to improve in. Wing-backs, I think Arsenal are very strong. We've got Bellerin, and of course, we've got Kolasinac on the left. He joined for free this summer, and he looks to be incredible. What a signing. And then at the back, we've got Monreal, Mustafi, and Koscielny. Koscielny, captain of the club right now, well, when Mertesacker isn't playing, and kind of getting on a bit. He's still fantastic. He's probably still got a few years left in him, but definitely need to invest in a centre-back that can take his steps or take his position in the team in a couple of seasons. And also Monreal, he isn't a centre back. He's doing okay in real life, but I would like to bring in someone to replace him now. So for me, centre midfielder and centre back, those are going to be my priorities. We have Cech in goal. He's had a downgrade this year down to 86, but I mean he's still going to be absolutely fine for at least 2 seasons. So not too concerned about that. Going on to the substitutes here, we have Giroud, Welbeck, Walcott, Coquelin, Ospina, Holding, and Mertesacker. So we've got some depth there, but could do with a little bit more because the reserves look a little bit weak. We have Elneny, Iwobi, Cazorla, Maitland-Niles, Rene Adelaide, Chambers, Debussy, Wilshere. I don't know how he's 81 rated, but definitely would do want to try and get him involved in this team. Akpom, Bola, Bielik, Zilalem, Trafari Moore, Nikita, and Nelson. So I'm happy with some of these players. I think a lot of the youngsters, like, you know, you look at Bola, you look at Bielik, although they could be great in the future, I just don't see it personally. So they might be loaned out, something like that. There's one key player that I like the look of a lot. That is, of course, Reece Nelson. He looks to be a future star for Arsenal in real life. Maybe we can do something with him. Get him involved in training nice and early on because he's only 59 rated, which blows my mind. We've still got Chambers. Might look at maybe shifting him on. I'm not sure he's going to be Arsenal quality. Maybe just loaning him. I don't know. Debussy is probably going to be leaving. Cazorla, I think, will go at the end of his contract. We'll keep him for now. But otherwise, you know what? I'm actually really pleased with the squad. I think it's great that we brought in Lacazette. He's going to be a great striker for us. And of course, Kolasinac on the left side there. Brilliant free transfer. So overall, I'm happy, but I definitely want to bring in 2 signings. So as you know, FIFA 18 has changed a little bit. We now have the squad hub. We also have the transfer hub. So it's easier to see what's going on with your squad and obviously your transfer listed players, things like that. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the squad hub and see which players are already out on loan, players that I might want to use in the future, you know, things like that. So we've got Petr Cech, Martinez out on loan at Getafe. Don't think he's ever going to be good enough to play for us, unfortunately. Ospina is our backup. We've got Bellerin, Jenkinson out on loan at Birmingham. Debussy, of course, I've already spoke about. Trafari Moore, Koscielny, Mustafi, Holding, Mertesacker, Bielik, Chambers, Bola. That's where we need to improve a centre-back for sure. We've got Monreal and Kolasinac with Bramall out on loan at Birmingham as well, along with Jenkinson. We've got the other bowler guy. I don't think he's ever going to be good enough either, unfortunately. Coquelin, Elneny, Campbell. He's been at the club for so long, yet just doesn't seem to play for Arsenal. He's always been put out on loan, but maybe in the future could be a great option. Theo Walcott, Maitland-Niles, Nelson, René Adelaide, Cazorla, Wilshere, Zelalem, Xhaka, Ramsey, Iwobi, Sanchez, Asano out on loan. Actually does look pretty good. He's got some great stats. But at the age of 22, only 71 rated. Again, is he ever going to be good enough to fit into my side? Ozil, we've got Nokali. I don't think we're going to go with him. We've got a few other players here out on loan. Welbeck, of course. Perez is out on loan. I'll probably try and sell him at some point because, again, he's just another player that I just don't see fitting into my team. Maybe as a right winger, cutting in on that left foot could be decent. But with Lacazette joining, his chances are pretty much gone. And Mivididi, I think that's how you say it, Marvididi maybe, out on loan as well. Probably another youngster that I'm just not going to use. Now, the great thing about the Squad Hub is you see all of their stats, their attributes, and of course you can see their contract and things like that. So one thing I've spoke about before, one of the difficult things I've found so far with the new career mode is your players have release clauses, and if you don't sort them out, your players can just leave. They can be approached and basically a club can pay their release clause and then negotiate with the player directly without even having to ask you. So you can easily lose some of your best players very easily. So you want to carefully go through all your squad players and make sure there isn't any release clauses in there that you think are too easy to pay. So I'm going to go through them here. So far, it looks like most of my main players are okay. Zelalem's got a release clause of 1.5 million. So it's one to look out for. He might have some decent potential this year again. Let's keep going here. I don't want any of my really good players to leave. Like Bellerin, for example, when I went to the capture event, he was sold for 22 million, just like that. And I didn't have a chance to try and keep him because once that release clause is paid, that is it. There's nothing you can do to stop the other team from buying that player. So actually, I'm happy to say it's only one of our players that has a release clause. And with Zelalem, I'm actually not too worried. He's 20, 65 overall. Again, just another player that a couple of years ago maybe, just maybe, looked good enough. But now, I don't see it. So I think for now, I'm going to leave it. So of course, when you do set up a career mode, they often have some of your scouts already looking. So I'm going to go ahead and reset all of that because I want to start it myself. So let's bring all of these guys back and we'll get rid of the instructions. I think I'll leave this to another time. I want to sort out my transfer list with players that I already know, but I definitely will be using the Global Transfer Network at some point. Before I go ahead and show you any players that I'm interested in, you can see my transfer budget isn't too bad. We've got £79 million, 300,000 per week, which I'm pretty happy with. We've got quite a few emails to go through here, so important transfer market information. Of course, the window is open, so we can go ahead and start making bids on players. Shirt sales, they want us to earn £175.9 million through shirt sales. That shouldn't be a problem, especially if we bring in a big signing. I have accepted a pre-season tournament. We are going to Japan, so I will show you that group very soon. Oscar Lee introducing himself. We've got first scout report, which we just got rid of pretty much, and our vision and expectations. So the board, of course, want me to do certain things. Let's go ahead and have a look. So the objective overview is to win the Europa League. We are in the Europa League, of course. Win the FA Cup and win the Premier League. They want me to win the treble, basically, which is slightly unrealistic. I don't think we're going to be able to win the league. Maybe we can win the Europa League, and I think winning the FA Cup isn't too far of a shout. So youth development for Arsenal is low priority, so something I don't need to worry about too much. Brand exposure is critical, so we do need to be selling those shirts. We need to sell them like hot cakes, get them out. Financial is low, so finish the season with a profit of 66 million, but it's a low priority, so I don't have to worry too much. Domestic success, win the league title, win the FA Cup, and then, of course, the continental success is to win the Europa League. So we will try our best to do all of these, but I think it's unlikely that we'll win the treble. I think we'll definitely be going for the league, of course, and I will try my best to win the Europa League, but as long as I'm hitting that top 4 in the league, because I want Champions League football, and that will be, of course, next season, should we get top 4 and qualify. So that's where we are with objectives. I think that's absolutely fine. It's a little bit challenging, but I do like a challenge every now and again. So what I'm going to do now is search for players. I need to think about centre-backs and centre-mids that I'm interested in. So I'm going to spend a few minutes taking a look at some players out there, and then I'm going to show you the list. So I found quite a few. I actually struggled to find centre-mids that I thought would fit what I'm trying to do, but I didn't have any trouble finding centre-backs. So I've shortlisted Van Dyke, Evans. I've kind of just listed him there because it's a realistic transfer because we have been linked with him for a few years, but I don't think I'm going to be going for Johnny Evans, but he's there for now. We're scouting him. We've got Chris Smalling, we've got Kimpembe from PSG, we've got Manolas from Roma. All of these defenders have been linked with Arsenal in the past. And then I've got Seri, who was linked with Barcelona as well. I don't know why he didn't go. He would have been brilliant for them. And Rabiot, one of my favourite players over the years in FIFA. I'm so gutted he hasn't got an official face because it would be cool to have one of my favourite players look actually real for once. So Rabiot is definitely one that I'm interested in, but my main concern is centre-backs. So what I'm doing is I'm scouting Kimpembe, I'm scouting Evans, already spoke about that. I don't think Manolas is going to be quite what I'm looking for. Great player, and I know that we almost signed him before he moved to Roma, but I don't know about Manolas. I'm not so sure about him. I think Van Dijk would be my second option. I know that Liverpool are very keen on him as well, so he doesn't have a release clause, unfortunately. None of these players do, except from Manolas. 48.8 million, though. It's a lot of money. So I guess what we do now is we wait for the scout reports to come back. And I think Rabiot and Kimpembe, maybe we can do a double swoop at PSG, take two of their best young players. And if that falls apart, then we've got Van Dijk, we've got Seri, we've got some other options, and I can always add to that in the future. So those are my main targets right now. But now I should show you the pre-season tournaments. So I am in a group with Atletico Madrid, Kashiwa Reysol, and Al Nassr. I don't know how to pronounce some of these names, but this is going to be an interesting pre-season tournament. We're obviously going to be favourites alongside with Atletico Madrid in this group. And it's about, I think, £8 to £9 million up for grabs if we do actually win it. Now, what I want to do is, because I should tell you, this is the trial version of the game. I've only got 10 hours. And also, I'm playing on PC, and there has been some issues with it crashing. And also not being able to load it back up again. And one of the things that I'm worried about is getting halfway into a game and it crashes. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the safe option here, and I'm going to simulate the pre-season tournament. I might have done it anyway, but just in case, I don't want to get 80 minutes in and I've wasted 20 minutes of my time and then it crashes, you know? So we've got an offer here from Napoli for Hector Bellerin, 24.6 million. Well, there's absolutely no way we're going to take that. And I'm not even going to reject it. I'm going to block offers. So we no longer get any offers for Bellerin. He's got a new picture with long hair, but he's got short hair in-game. They couldn't even add his long hair. Come on. But there's no way we're letting Bellerin go. He's going to be a huge, huge part of the team, that's for sure. Let's go a bit closer here to the first pre-season game. We get a scout report on Johnny Evans and an offer here for Danny Welbeck, and that is going to be Everton. Another player that I'm not even interested in selling right now. I do like Danny Welbeck in FIFA. I have my issues with him in real life, being a little bit inconsistent, but in FIFA he's extremely good. And I will check out Johnny Evans' full scout report after this first game, which I'm hoping we're going to win. We get a loan offer for Tulaji Bola. Let's go ahead and accept that. So we want to accept the offer. He's going to Barnet for a season. And there's a few other youngsters that, of course, I'm looking to loan out as well. Let's go ahead and simulate this first game of the season. Do I want to use my main first team? I should probably get my younger players in on the action. So we'll go ahead and make a separate team sheet. We'll go new team sheet. I'll just call it number 2 for now. Second team. So up front, I'm going to go with Akpom. On the left, I'll go with Iwobi. We give these players some time, you know. Nelson on the right. In the middle, I'm going to go with... Well, I could go with Bjelic. He can play CDM, but it just goes to show I don't have that many great centre mids that aren't necessarily in the first team. Like, I could go with Zalalam, but again, I'm just not feeling it right now with him. I'm going to go with Wilshere, and I think I'll probably go with El Neni instead. So Wilshere and El Neni in midfield. I don't want to go completely all out with youngsters, because otherwise I will easily lose these matches. I don't want to go with Debussy at left back, that's for sure. I could go with Kolasinac anyway and try and get his rating up a little bit quicker. I'll go with Chambers, I will go with Bjelic, and I will go with Holding. And then at right back, I will go with I'll use Debussy for the preseason tournament. Having a 77 rated player there will help. And of course, Ospina. So that's going to be my first team for the preseason tournament. I don't really care about winning it. I don't necessarily need the money, but I thought I could use the experience with the second... I haven't changed to it. With the second string of players. So we'll switch over now to that second team. And let's simulate against Kashiwa. I don't even know what league they're from, but here we go. And we get a 4-0 win. Iwobi getting a hat-trick. Nicely done. Debussy scoring as well. Looks like Atletico Madrid, PSG have won their games. I'm sure I'm going to meet PSG in the semis if I make it. Still nothing back on the other players that we're scouting. We get a transfer offer for Giroud. Here are the other scout reports. We had a loan move. I just accidentally deleted it. I didn't mean to. Oh, I think it was a loan offer rejected or something. But we've got some scout reports back. We've got an offer here for Olivier Giroud, which we're going to go ahead and block. Not interested in letting him go. And yes, so he's rejected to a move to Barnet as they couldn't reach an agreement on contract terms. Clearly, he wanted too much money, which can happen. That's okay. We'll go ahead and try and loan him out another time. We've got plenty of time. I kind of want to get the pre-season tournament done in this episode. So coming up into our next game, we get a transfer offer for Trafari Moore. 400,000 is his value. We've been offered 390. To be fair, it's not that bad. He's never ever going to get in this team. I'm just going to go ahead and say that now. So I'm going to accept that offer. We'll let Trafari Moore go. That's fine. International management. Yeah, let me know, guys. Do you think I should accept something? Maybe I could go with maybe Brazil. Something like that would be interesting. But I don't think it's changed at all in FIFA 18. So it's still going to be that same nuisance when those squad submissions come up and all of that stuff. By the way, I love this breaking news feature. Juventus seal 34.5 million deal for Blaise Matuidi. I think it was less than that. I'm pretty sure it was like 15 million. And it looks like, wow, Bournemouth have made a big signing. Lautaro Acosta, a new number 10. So let's simulate this next game. It's going to be away from home this time. Have they improved simulations away from home? Maybe. We've beaten them 2-1. Akpom scoring and Debussy again. Wilshere has missed a penalty, so almost getting a goal there. But that's still very good. We are going to be going through to the semi-finals now, regardless of what happens against Atletico. Brighton have signed Diafra Sakho from West Ham. Decent signing. We got our scout report on Kimpembe. So I think that's all of the players that I had in my list scouted. So we'll go ahead and check them out. I meant to go shortlist. So we've got everyone scouted now. That's good. So Rabiot's 81 rated and Seri is 82 rated. And you're looking about the same kind of money, but I'm interested in Rabiot just because in previous FIFAs I've absolutely loved this guy. Manolas was already scouted. Kimpembe is 77 rated, but they say they will not sell this player as he's too important. So unfortunately that does mean that if I go to approach to buy, they're not going to even negotiate with me. So unfortunately that's not going to work. Chris Smalling, he's had a massive downgrade at 81 rated and spending 20 million or so. I'm not sure that's good value for money. Johnny Evans, I mean, I can't deny it. He still would be a solid signing. 79 rated, but again, 29 years old. He's not going to get any better. I've only got one option, really, haven't I? And that is Virgil van Dijk. But he will be absolutely incredible for us. So I'm going to go ahead and approach to buy, knowing that it's going to be about 28 to 42 million. So here we go. The new transfer cutscenes that are a bit cringy sometimes. You don't actually hear what they're saying, of course. But we're going to go ahead and jump straight in here. First off, let's decide what type of deal we want to pursue. So I want to offer a transfer fee. Although, actually, I could... Hang on, let's go back a sec. Let's do a player swap. Let's see if I can offer Chambers. Chambers is worth 8 million. I think Holding is much better. So maybe we could get Chambers back to Southampton. Let's see. Would you consider swapping Van Dijk for Chambers? And we can consider swapping Van Dijk, but we're looking to bring in a right winger. Well, if only they asked a bit earlier, because I could have offered Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. That's a little bit of a shame. Let's see who we've got available. We've got Theo, Maitland-Niles. I kind of want to keep him. Maybe Rene Adelaide. Don't think I'm ever going to get around to using him, so we'll try and offer him, even if it gets us $1 million off. Player plus cash, yes, of course. So we'll go ahead and... Wait, what? Has it just done it has it done it automatically? They want 43.8 million. Wow. Okay, let's propose a new transfer fee. I wasn't expecting that. I'm going to go in, again, very strong. Make sure that I'm getting this player, but that feels like a lot of money. I think I'm going to go in with 37.5. Let's see if that is workable, because they're getting a player as well. So we'll go ahead and do that. We can add on a sell-on clause. I can't speak. Sell-on clause, 15%. All right, let's see what they say to that. So if I sell Van Dyke, 15% of that deal will be going to Southampton. So I need to remember that. And that's not bad, but we believe he's worth more than that. 43.9. Do I risk it? I mean, I've got easily enough money for this. Do I risk asking for a couple of million off? I'll tell you what, I'm gonna try it. I want to try my best to negotiate a really fair deal. So I'm going to kind of meet halfway. 41.9 million. Please don't storm out of the room. If I lose out on Van Dyke, I am going to be very disappointed. There we go. Right, okay. It's good news. We have managed to negotiate a deal for Van Dyke. We are going to be losing Reece Adelaide, but he's not a player I'm interested in using right now. And one of the beauties of the new system here is you can do it all on the same day. So I can actually go straight now into negotiations with Van Dyke and his agent. So let's see how we get on here. He's currently on 82,000 per week, and he wants to get a lot of play time. So he wants an important squad role. That's absolutely fine by me. I would have actually given him crucial, because I'm thinking Koscielny, Van Dyke, Mustafi. Those three are going to be impenetrable. Well, it is me we're talking about. I've got some terrible defending skills. Okay, I suppose we should talk about the contract length. He wants 4 years. 4's absolutely fine. I'm probably only going to be doing 2 or 3 seasons with Arsenal, so 4's probably fine. Not going to worry too much about that. But how much money is he going to want? So my client is looking to add a release clause. That is absolutely fine by me. I didn't want to add a release clause anyway, because I don't want Madrid or someone like that just throwing money at him and then I lose one of my best centre-backs. So he wants 145,000 per week. Respectable. A signing bonus of 1.9 million and an extra £730,000 when he gets 5 appearances. I'm going to counter that. I'm willing to do 140. I think that's more than fair enough. 5,000 per week is still quite a nice amount of money. What I'm going to do, though, is increase his signing bonus to 2 million. And I want to remove his appearances bonus. Let's see if they will accept this. So please accept it. Come on. Okay, right. He wants to do 150,000 per week, get the 2 million that I offered, and that is going to mean they remove that bonus fee. Technically, I don't think I'm any worse or better off. So 150,000 per week for Van Dyke. Am I happy with that? Do you know what? I think that's fine. That's absolutely fine. So we've made our first signing in this career mode. We've got Virgil van Dijk. With Koscielny and Mustafi, I'm so pleased we've managed to do that. This is the kind of signing we needed. So let's go ahead and throw him in the team right now. That's the wrong team. We want to go into our first team. So Monreal, who's doing a job there, can come out and we can go ahead and put Van Dijk in. What I'm thinking of doing is having Koscielny on the left. He normally does play left centre-back anyway. Mustafi has played right-back in the past, so it kind of makes sense to have him on the right, with Van Dijk, the tallest player, in the middle. So I'm super happy with that. And now we can give him a number as well. What number should I give him? I think 3's available. We could give him that. Let's go to Squad Hub. And let's go to Centre Backs. And let's do Change Kit Number. So we've got number 3. I think 5. Yeah, we've got number 5. Maybe 5's a good number for him. That's obviously Gabriel. Another reason why I wanted to sign a centre-back is because Arsenal let go of Gabriel. Reece Adelaide's gone. I'm a little bit sad because maybe he could have been great for us. But the fact that we've managed to get a little bit of money off Van Dijk, we've got a good deal out of that. I'm very pleased. So that is going to be our first signing. We're now going to go ahead and get through to the semi-finals of the pre-season tournament. I'm going to use the second team again, I think, here. Just because why not? It doesn't matter if I lose this game. I've already made it through to the semi-finals with those 2 wins beforehand. But we've beaten Atletico 4-0. Wilshere, Nelson, Iwobi and Giroud on the score sheet. Fantastic result. And that just reminded me, I've got to put Nelson into training. So I probably should do that soon. Let's do it now, actually. And it looks like, wow, Southampton have signed Callejon. Very, very decent signing there. So we'll put Nelson in right now. I really do think Nelson can be a big part of our team in a few seasons. So we're going to do dribble possession. I want his stamina to go up. He's only got 38, which is quite laughable, really. Youngsters are really fit. You know, you'd think that he'd be able to run more than most other players around 25 to 30 years old. Their stamina is just so good when they're youngsters. I've never really understood that. We're going to improve his passing as well. You'll notice that there are a few new skill games here, or new training drills. We're going to go with his vision and short pass. So through the gates, we'll go with that one. Nothing's changed really other than extra drills. I was hoping they might expand the training a bit so you can have a few more players in there, but they haven't really touched it too much. Let's do his shooting as well. Finishing and shot power. Attack positioning, finishing and shot power. Yeah, I think we'll go with that one. So that's Nelson in. Should I improve his defensive ability a little bit? I don't think I should. And I've just realised Akpom doesn't even have the promising player icon. So clearly his potential's not very good in this game. So maybe we should look at getting rid of Akpom at some point. Now, other players that I want to improve, Iwobi's definitely one of them. El Neni, I think, is already at a relatively good rating. I definitely want to get Holding in there. Bellerin, of course, would be a good shout as well. It's quite disappointing. You know, the Arsenal team isn't as good as it has been over the years. It seems like we're lacking really good youth players that will turn into absolute beasts. I'm gonna do one for Holding and one for Bellerin, I think. So we'll do his defending. Yeah, we'll just do defending endurance, and then we'll do Bellerin as well. Let's go ahead and throw him in. I think I'll do some defensive drills with him as well, because going forward, I think he's already relatively good. We need to focus on his defense. So we'll also do the defending endurance, and we will simulate that. Hopefully we'll get off to a good start. Can we get a couple of A's? B, C, C, B, C. Not too bad. Nelson's stamina just went flying up already. That's good to see. I think I'm going to stop it here, guys. We've made it through to the semi-finals. I don't want the first episode to go on too long. I need to finish off the pre-season tournament in the next episode. But most importantly, guys, I need to be bringing in a centre midfielder. And I think I'm going to make a move for Rabiot. So if you're excited to see that, then make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on notifications as well. Follow me on Twitter, @OfficialMGH. Hopefully this trial version of the game is going to be running well and I can get back on it later and record some more. If not, this could be the only episode in 1 or 2 days until they fix it. Who knows how long that will take. But fingers crossed, it's all going to go well. Thank you so much for watching. I think this series is going to be great fun. I cannot wait to get into the start of the season with the Premier League and things like that. And I will see you in episode 2 very soon.